स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि.
So before going to page 110, I have a point to make on the word Narayana. Already we saw that why should we have 8-syllabled mantra when the pranava syllable itself will explain everything. The point is Namaha and Narayanaya will be an explanation to maybe as the complete understanding of the 3 letters in the pranava. That's what we already saw. The second one, now today, so if Namaha is already understood there, among these 3 letters, A, U and Ma, then why should there be another one, Narayanaya, Narayana? So another kind of recitation we can do, all of us can do is, we need not say Narayanaya. It is enough that we say Namo Narayana. Narayana will be what we call the vocative case or vocative case. Sambodhana Prathama. We call him, we address him, and we say Namaha, salutation to you. Nothing is mine. Namaha Narayana also one can say. Without the pranava syllable also one can say. Namo Narayana. Then another argument is that you say that there is an 8-syllabled mantra called Om Namo Narayanaya. But the word Narayana itself, single word Narayana itself is enough to be counted as 8-syllabled mantra. Because Na, Ra, Ya, Na, there are 4 letters, 4 syllables. So you split it into vowels and consonants. So it will be 8. So 8-syllable mantra is there in Narayana. Then Namaha and Pranava are not necessary. The mantra itself is Narayana. It is enough if you say Narayana. Why? Artha Vishanna Shitilashta Bhitaha Ghoreshata Vyadisha Vartamanaha Sankirtya Narayana Shabda Matram Vimakta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavanti. Bhavantu, Bhavanti. We have Vishwasam, faith, 100% faith, that people who sing the single word Narayana will be prosperous without diseases. They will have no worries. They will have no sufferings. They will have no damages. Artha, Vishanna, Shitilascha, and no fear. Bita. Goreshu Vyadishu, they will have no diseases, serious diseases. In the sense, chronic disease. Whereas small diseases, we say, according to the Shastra, Papam Vyadhi Rupena Badhate. Our sin makes us suffer through disease. And therefore, so we have, it is tolerable when we have smaller ailments. And therefore, so here, so it is enough that we say Narayana. Narayana, Sankirtya Narayana. Shabdamatram. Vimukta Dukkhaha, they give up their grief. Sukhinaha, they are happy. They are blissful. Bhavanti. Present tense. They are. Those who recite Narayana by singing will be happy. That's it. So with this small introduction today, so 110, we'll go to 110, page 110. Evam Achit Anubhavat. Actually, it's a compound word, therefore, only for reading you can split it that way. And even when you split, you should have Takara, Alpa Prana, the first letter, yeah. And then Swanubhavatu Cha. Again, the splitting is should be Swanubhavatu Cha. First Ta and then Cha. Okay. Vilakshanam. Again, everywhere you are putting the Makara in full. Of course, that will be convenient for people to read. Vilakshanam, then Ishwaranubhavam, Abhyatya. Okay. So Abhyatya, of course, putting a long chain of separate words, that also makes very hard reading. So Abhyatya is not Abhyarthaya. Abhyarthaya is a command. Abhyarthya meaning after worshiping. Tha will be consonant. Tha will be a consonant. Okay. Manasya adhikaryantara. Long vowel for ya. Adhikaryantara. Adhikaryantara. Okay. Adhikaryantara. Adhikari antara. Adhikari antara. Maybe such I think is Adhikari antara. Vyavritta Atyantika. So you have to join the next letter. Tva. Vritta Atyantikatva. Va should join here along with yeah. Then you have a dash. Lakshana Bhakti. You can have a dash before Lakshana. Before Lakshana also. Before Lakshana also. You can have Lakshana Bhakti. Vaishistya. Vaishistya, okay. But Avyavadhanena. Vaishishtavyadhanena. Vaishishtyat. Vaishishtyat. I think Vaishishtyat. Vaishishtyat. Ya should be long. Ya. Vaishishtyat. Yeah. Avyavadhanena. Atyantika. tat praptim aha yavaditi. Phalantara sanga rupantara, rupa antaraya anupahataha chet avyavadhanena bhagavantam prapya punaha samsaram na prapnoti iti artha. Pada abhiprayena tat iti napumsakatvam. I think we are talking about the word in the verse. Gitartha Sangraha Sri Yamunacharya. We must go to the verse where tat occurs. Later we can say. Tat eva atyantam ashnute. Last quarter. Tat eva atyantam ashnute. What is that tat? Why tat? Why not a word like saha? Saha atyantam ashnute. And that way tatu. So tatu gives you the neuter gender word denoting Lord Sriman Narayana, otherwise called the Parabrahma or Paramapurusha. Coming back to page 110, paragraph. Evam in this way. Evam thus. Achit anubhavat. So we have been as a chit, as a thinking, as a soul, individual soul with the thinking capacity. We also experience the insentient objects. We use the object. We enjoy the object. Sometimes we suffer by the objects also. Achit anubhavat. Then swa anubhavat. Swa refers to the individual soul. So swa anubhavat. Now again, both these experience are through or the blessing or the help of the Supreme Soul. Therefore, vilakshanam ishvaranubhava. Ishvaranubhava. Now, having two experiences, a twin experience, namely Achit and Chit, Achit and Swa. Achit, the insentient, or we all use in our life objects, many things which are lifeless, which have no thinking capacity, inert object. So Achit Anubhavat. So that means we understand. We understand the nature of the objects, inert objects. Achit Anubhavat, when we understand Anubhavam experience meaning understanding. Jnanam, Achit Jnanam. Jnanam about, wisdom about Achit. Again, what is the wisdom about Achit? We understand that Achit is also pervaded by Lord. That's more important. Not only the individual soul has got the Lord as his inner soul, even the insentient objects have inner soul. Inner soul in the sense as antaryami, as something residing inside. And that is Lord. So yeah, that is what we have to experience. Achit Anubhava. That is why practically when we say, you don't kick anything. Don't be indifferent to the object. We move things with our leg. Now when we use our foot to move anything, that means we are giving disrespect. We are disrespecting the object. We think that it is not so useful. Therefore we kick it out. For even moving, we don't take it in the hand, and we are just touching with the legs. No, we are not supposed to do that. We are not supposed to do anything with the leg by rather kicking or taking. Football is different. So, swa anubhavat cha. Then, so one's own experience. So one's own experience is, we understand the limited freedom, the unlimited wisdom after becoming the released soul. Here it is only limited wisdom. So, limited in everything, guided by him, permitted by him, allowed by him. So we do many things. So Swanbhavacha, we are under his control. That is the Anubhav. Then Vilakshanam, different. Vilakshanam is different. Lakshanam ordinarily means definition. Lakshanam also means, as we say in Tamil, beauty. So a person is Lakshanam, he is Lakshanaha, meaning handsome, beautiful, nice. So Vilakshanam has got two meanings. There is no definition or there is special definition. There is a beauty in Sanskrit because V is added as the Upasarga, the prefix. Then you have two opposite meanings. So Vilakshanam here it is different. That's all. Different. Differently defined, we can also say. So Achid Anubhavaha, number one, experience with the sentient, insentient object. Swa Anubhavaha, one's own experience. So with these two experiences, Ishvara Anubhavaha is different. Though the Lord is an inner soul within the individual soul, the individual soul is going through so many tribulations in life. And that is because of the fructification of the sins. So that is what we say. Vilakshanam, then Ishvara Anubhavam. Now what should we do? We understand our own selves. We understand the insentient object, meaning that our wisdom will be complete when we feel personally that everything is under his control. Then what do? We pray for Abhyartya Manasya. Sorry. Again, Tha will be a consonant. Tha will be consonant. So
Swami,
Manasya.
Swami, I checked this and this is the way it is in the book.
Right. So Ya will be joined with the Abhyartha and Tha will be a consonant. Right. This will be right. Abhyartya Manasya.
But this is not the way it is printed in the book.
Right. Oh, Abhyartya Manasya. Abhyartya Manasya. Okay. This is right. So Abhyartya Manasya. We are requesting. Abhyartya Manasya is of the person, of the individual soul who has humbly requested. Artyamanaha is requesting. Abhyartyamanaha is frequently, modestly, humbly requesting. Abhyartyamanaha. Now, who is requesting? We are the individual souls who go through the process of karma, jnana, and bhakti yoga, along with prapatti yoga. So, adhikaryantara. I think you should have a dash between adhikaryantara and vyavritta because it may be mistakenly read as kya. It is not kya. It is karyantara vya. It looks like very close. No, not this one. Vya. Before vya, there should be a dash. Dash. Put a dash. Then vya.
What about the va? What about the waka?
Yeah,
Vaka?
yeah. V-Y-A-A. Long, yeah. Yeah, that's what. So, Vyavritta, Atyantikatva, Lakshana, Bhakti, Vaishishya. So, Abhyartyamanasya, of the individual soul who has requested, humbly requested the experience of the Lord, which is different from one's own individual soul's experience and the experience of the insentient object. So, Adhikari Antara. There is another Adhikari. So, Adhikari Antara is a rightful person. Adhikari Antara is another person, another rightful person. That has to be accounted for. So, Vyavritta Atyantikatva Lakshana Bhakti Vaishishtyatva. So, Vyavritta, what you call pervading, Atyantika, complete, Lakshana, definition, Bhakti, devotion, Vaishishtyatva. Why 2 years are there? There's only one ya, not Vaishishtyayat. Only one ya, third line, Vaishishtyat. Yeah, right, Vaishishtyat. Avyavadhanena Atyantika. I think there is something missing after Atyantika, or all the words should be joined. Atyantika Tat Praptim. Aha Yavadi. That should be joined. Again, that should be joined with Atyantika. Atyantika should be joined with Yavaditi is okay. Atyantika Tat Praptim. Yeah. No, I think so. Yeah. Right. You can put a dash in between. So, fortunately, we have a heavy rain now. The problem is we cannot bring rain, we cannot stop rain. So, now look at the previous paragraph where we saw some questions and answers. Question answer like argument in the previous paragraph. We saw the last but second line. Yavat swabhimata phala labham. Yavat swabhimata phala labham. The problem with the individual soul is, as soon as we get the fruit, we will lose this, what we call exclusiveness, concentration. Yavat swabhimata phala labham aikantam samanam ityuchyate. Or rather, you can also say, till the attainment of the fruit, the favorite fruit, The experience is common, similar. Aikantyam. Aikantyam we came to know that, already came to know that Ananya Devata Kattvam is called Aikantyam. You don't go to any other God. That is Aikantyam. But also that also means that we are not approaching any other God after getting the fruit. So what is the use of what is the purpose of Yavat? Now in page 110, Yavat is being explained. So Yavat iti meaning, Yavat, now please remember the previous line. Yavat abhimata phala labham. That you must remember. Abhimata phala labham. That is equal to, look at the long word, Adhikaryantara Vyavrittatyantikatva Lakshana Bhakti Vaishityat Avyavadhanena Atyantika Tatprapti. That is equivalent to what we saw simply as Abhimata Swabhimata Phala Labham. That's why we already saw Yavat. Now more qualifications for this phalam. Rather, phalam in the sense praptihi. Praptihi in the sense reaching. Reaching in the sense reaching the goal. Reaching the abode of Lord. Not only reaching the abode of Lord. Not only, it is not very important. Vaikuntha prapti is not important. But realizing the God. Realizing his affection. Sympathetic attitude, his endlessness, his young age forever. Now, all these qualities are understood. Then it is called phalam. Swabhimata phalam. Phalalabha. So here, Atyantika exclusive. The Avyavadhanena. Avyavadhanena is with serious attention. Avyavadhanena. Avyavadhanena is with serious attention. And then Vaishishyat is because of its speciality. Bhakti Avaishishyat because of the special devotion, which is defined as Vyavrta Atyantikatva, namely exclusive, end in itself, by those who practice the yoga, karma, jnana, bhakti, and prakriti. Then, another problem. After having got the fruit, favorite fruit, then we may have attachment to some other fruit. Phalantara, phalam fruit, phalantara another fruit. Sangha, our attachment. Once we reach the favorite goal, should we continue to be attached to that goal, or can we aspire for something else? Phalantara Sangam, our attachment towards some other fruit. So that will be Rupa. So in that form, in the form of our attachment, that will be a difficult Antaraya. Antaraya means obstacle. So we must stop having another desire. We must stop aiming at some other fruit. then we will be sticking to the goal, the same goal. Anupahataha, we are not affected. We may have some in the corner of our heart, our mind, that we have some other desire for some other fruit. But as soon as we create our desire, that is destroyed. So, antarayan upahataha. Chet, if avyavadhanena, so with serious attention, Bhagavantam prapya, reaching the Lord, punaha again, samsaram, the life, na prapnu. So having no other desire for no other fruit, then we will reach the goal and we will not come back. Padabhiprayena, taditi nabhunchakam. The neuter gender is used for the word because it is a grammatical sense, the grammatical aspect of the word. Pada abhiprayena. Taditi nabhunchakam. Another beauty in this word, pada abhiprayena, is where should we reach? We can't reach the head of the Lord. We have to reach the feet of the Lord. So padam will be, feet will be napumsak. You have pulling a shabda also. Padaha, foot, pulling a shabda. And there are two different angles of getting sympathy from the Lord. Lord is sympathetic, but more sympathetic is the name and the divine feet. That's the beauty here. So when we say prapatti, where do we fall down? We fall down at the feet. Pada abhiprayam. Pada is the foot. So pada abhiprayam. Taditi nabhunchakam. Though it is in neuter gender, though the word is in neuter gender, tat, it refers to Lord Sriman Narayana with the divine feet on which we surrender. So we say in Shastras, the name of the Lord gives more benefit than the Lord himself. Sometimes even the Lord becomes angry, but his name doesn't become angry because it is napumsakam. Name is napumsakam, name is neuter gender. Therefore, it has no ill feeling towards the devotees. Therefore, it grants immediately the desire. What desire? Moksha. What moksha? Kainkari. So, though the grammatical sense of the word tat will be neuter gender, it is also easy to understand its efficacy in getting the fruit which we desire for. So that's it. So open to discussion.
So, so I have a question about the initial goal of the prapana, or of any of the yogis, of any of the karma yogi, jnana yogi, or bhakti yogis. The initial goal is moksha, and that means reaching Paramapada, Sri Vaikuntham. but you're saying that in this section we were saying after achieving that goal, we should not have another goal. But I think you were mentioning that the main goal is not even reaching Vaikuntham, but it is the Preeti of the Lord. The Lord's Preeti is the real goal. So that remains a goal. That is the goal. That is the only goal. Whether we are here or whether we are in Vaikuntham, we just simply have a goal of pleasing the Lord. So why is he saying here that there will be that some people who are doing, because he's explaining there are 4 types of people who have different goals. All of them want actually moksha, but some of them want material benefits. Some people want freedom from distress, and some people are a little bit inquisitive. So they have some slightly other goals also, intermediate goals. After reaching the intermediate goals, they should not give up. They should not give up the main goal, which is ultimately pleasing the Lord and going to Vaikuntha. But so I'm not quite understanding why he's mentioning this here. He's just encouraging people to not give up the final goal. Is that it?
The final goal must be thought of.
Always.
One example is a person suffering from diseases, chronic ailment, will say, generally is supposed to say, that he has to finish experiencing all the prarabdha sins committed over many births to be suffered here, and then there will be no next birth. So here over and above the desire to cure the diseases, the final goal of reaching Paramapada, in the sense, doing Kainkarya, in the sense, achieving the Preeti of the Lord, affection of the Lord, should be the aim in the heart, in spite of the handicaps, tribulations that we go through. Therefore, the final goal, the point is here. The purpose is, after reaching the final goal, all these what we call, as you said, artha, jignasu, then arthati. You are referring to these 4 people, and people who are desiring for something else will not again aspire for such goals once they reach the final goal. Because if you want the wealth will be granted to you. If you want the diseases to be cured, it will be cured. So you will not have further trouble with the diseases. And therefore everything will be solved by the final goal. Though initially we have some goals, if we go directly to that goal, the final goal, then this will be solved automatically. That is the understanding. But
Okay.
initially we will all have desire to.
Okay, so I want to understand exactly the sequence of how the intermediate goals are solved. Somebody can say that if we think only of the pleasing the Lord, of Lord's Preeti, then at the end of this life we'll go to Paramapada, we'll go to Sri Vaikuntham, and we'll serve him. Everything's finished. Then we don't come back. So, but if we have some other goal in mind at the same time, we want riches, we want freedom from disease, is that going to happen in this lifetime, or do we have to wait another lifetime for that to happen?
And that's what we said. All the effects of punyam, merit, and papam, sin, are dissolved here. That's what Deshika Sampradaya especially says. I think it should be similar to Tennacharya Sampradaya also. Etad Dehavasane, after this life, Lord is sure to give us the emancipation and therefore chance to serve Him. And therefore, there is no doubt about again, as you now said, getting the preeti of the Lord will solve other problems. Therefore, we won't mind about other problems at that stage because they are all already solved. The moment that you reach Paramapadam, the moment that you understand Him fully, namely your wisdom is complete, 100%, and then you are again they're doing prapatti in the sense doing service in order to please Him. Rather, you can also say it in a double negative sense, appeasing His anger for all the wrongs committed. Then we have the final goal is a solution to all the panacea.
It seems like it's
Sorry.
very. It seems like it's
All
very.
these.
Yeah. I was thinking it's difficult to appease the anger of God, but it seems like appealing to Mahalakshmi is the best way to appease the anger of God. Appealing to Mother, to Tyre, to Mahalakshmi is the best way to appease God, because directly it's difficult to appease God.
In that context, I will give you the meaning of Narayana. Naram. Naram is, there are two meanings. Nara Sambandhi Naram. Nara Sambandhi Naram. Naram is any creation connected with the Lord. Nara Sambandhi. There, Mahalakshmi is included. Whereas, Narat Jatani Tattvani Narani. You take this, what you call this samasa, like this. Then here, Mahalakshmi is not included as born from him. She is also not born. She is unborn. She is also ever present. Just like Lord, she has no anadi. She is anadi. She is beginningless. She has permanent existence. And therefore, there is no question of saying that she is one of the creations. She has not born. Narat Jatani Narani. That doesn't include Mahalakshmi. And as you said, when you surrender, when we all surrender to the divine feet of Mahalakshmi, then all these problems go.
Okay, so when you say she's a nadi, but all the jivatmans, all the jivatmans, all the chit, they're all a nadi, no?
Yeah, Jivatma are also another.
Jivatma is also a nadi. So, I mean,
but the difference between Mahalakshmi and the individual souls is she has a permanent, just like, of course, individual soul, she has a permanent relationship between her and the Lord in a what you call in a closer sense. And she has a role to play in creation, whereas individual soul has no role to play in creation. If at all you call something creation by you and I, meaning it's a limited freedom given by God for creation. Because you say you have children, you have produced children. So this production is only a blessing of the Lord.
Okay, so anyway, back to this point of having intermediate goals. So if we take to bhakti yoga, if we take to property, then and we also have a disease and we want the disease cured, and we want riches. Will we get those riches? Will we get free from that disease in this lifetime, or maybe not? Will for sure in this lifetime we'll get rid of the disease, or we'll get riches if we want those things?
Can you put it in the chat so that the rain sound prevents me from hearing you?
Okay.
1 minute. I'll also increase the volume. Will you please repeat the question?
If a bhakti, that we're talking about the bhakti yogi, or the follower of the different yogas and property yogi, he has an intermediate goal of getting riches or getting free from disease. Do these things are these things going to be given to the jiva by the end of this life? In other words, if I want riches, will I get riches? If I want freedom from disease, will I get freedom from disease? Or do I only get riches and freedom from disease in the sense that I die and I go to Vaikuntha and I don't worry about it anymore? So are we actually going to get these riches and freedom from disease in this life or not?
Your last sentence gives you the answer, namely, we won't have desire of riches and freedom, asking for freedom from diseases once we reach. So you won't be interested in riches and getting rid of the diseases, because there will be no diseases and no requirement of riches. And because you are already in the play and you are not coming back also, you don't need in the next birth also. When you are born in the next birth, then you need them. That is freedom from disease and riches. But once you reach there, you will have no opportunity to ask for. No need to, no necessity to ask.
So to me, it seems like this is an inducement to some people. Some people want riches. Some people want freedom from disease. And to induce them to do bhakti yoga and only for pleasing the Lord. So the Shastra says you will get free from disease and you will get riches. But in fact, you don't get freedom from disease or riches directly, but only indirectly by your desire being fulfilled, by going to Vaikuntha. So these indirect goals are not achieved in this lifetime necessarily. Okay.
And there are three processes by which you want to avoid diseases. Number one, mantra prayoga. Number two, Ayurveda prayoga, medical science. And the third one is I think that's mantra, aushadha, money. That is using some using astrology and
That is-
wearing some jewels with gems.
That is mentioned by King Kulashekara in Mukundamala.
Right. Mani mantra and how to do.
Yeah. He says, Jihve Shri Krishna mantram japa japa satatam sankasam puja mantram. That
Janma
my
safalyam.
Krishna sapalya mantram. Yeah. That Krishna, you are my medicine, you are my gem, and you are my
Medicine.
medicine. Yeah. Okay. Very good. The only other question I had was about the word padam. You said, I looked in the dictionary and it says padam is neuter, and then napumsaka, and then it can be, if it is a long a dirga padam, pada is masculine. So it says normally is neuter, normally napumsaka, rarely masculine, but also sometimes feminine. So padam, pada, and pada, also
Pada.
feminine, also feminine.
Yeah.
So it can be in all three genders. And my question about this is there a specific use for using the word in any gender? Should it be used? Is it interchangeable? Is there any reason for using it in masculine, feminine, or neuter genders?
In Sanskrit, there are so many words with fixed gender. Some words have three genders. Some words are in three genders. Some words are in only two genders. Some words are just with one gender. They can't be changed. So we have so many examples. Now, the usage of a particular gender is also very significant. That is very important. And again, I wanted to tell you the quality of the feet here. Padam. Padam is the Padam or Viprayam. Padam is the Pada Viprayam. By the opinion on the word Padam, because it is neuter gender, there are 2 or 3 points. We are requesting, by falling at the feet, as you said, we are requesting for, riches or removal of diseases. And we fall at the feet, and the emancipation is given, a higher fruit is given by the feet. We are asking for something lower, and the feet are giving. Though it has no discrimination power because it is neuter gender, because it acts according to the whims and fancies of the Lord, because under the control of the Lord, it acts. The feet, we say, the feet are better than the Lord Himself, because it doesn't discriminate between the individual souls also. The individual soul who has no devotion, and a person who is full of devotion. Both of them, the process is falling at the feet. Both of them have fallen at the feet. So there is no distinction made by the feet because it is neuter gender. All are given the same goal. All are fulfilled with the same desire. And that is denoted by the usage of neuter gender. Because you call Lord as Brahma, Param Brahma. Also Napumsaka. Bhagavan, we say in Pullinga. Devata, we say in Sri. Bhagavati, we say. So all this can be used. Because there is no gender to the Lord also. We saw already there is no gender. Now, the usage of a particular gender denotes some purpose. That is it. That's it.
So in the word Paramapada, that is neuter. That is Napumsaka. And here specifically, Vedanta Deshika is making a point that the word pada here is neuter, is Napumsaka. He specifically makes this point, so he feels that it's very important. In Paduka Sahasram, does he speak more about the gender of the sandals or the gender of the feet of the Lord?
So he is using different genders,
I see.
especially the feminine and the neuter. Feminine he uses often because any lady is sympathetic. Any feminine quality will be more sympathetic than the masculine quality. So he names it as Paduka.
So
Paduka.
so Vedanta Deshika, he is meditating upon the Lord's sandals as being feminine.
Yeah. And he goes to the extent of calling the sandals as the goddess Paduka Devi. So that we will be easily getting a desired fulfilled, goal reached. And even in the Daya Shatakam, Vedanta Deshika uses the word sympathy, Daya, as his wife, as Lord Shivan Narayana's wife, Daya.
So if we say that the word pada can be in masculine, feminine, and neuter, it can be in all these three genders. But the word what about the word charna? Charna is masculine, no?
Charna is masculine.
But can it also be feminine and neuter? Can it be used in those?
No. Charana is only masculine.
But
and as a masculine gender word, generally the feet, say for example, feet, or say they have what we call an air of supremacy. They have an air of supremacy. Therefore, then also, because he is a boss, so as a boss, I give you boons. I'm happy to give you boons. So I'm happy to favor you because I'm a boss. So I'm above you, and therefore you are falling at my feet. So my feet are above you.
So the boons come from above. They're up to down.
The superiority complex also gives us the benefit.
Because the Lord is superior, he is considered up, and we're considered below his feet. Yeah. So also this idea that Vedanta Deshika in Paduka Sahasram is thinking of the sandals and the feet of the Lord as feminine. To me, what comes to mind is that in the Dwaya mantra, we surrender to the feet of the Lord. And the feet of the Lord is therefore equivalent to Mahalakshmi in some way, because the feet are considered to be feminine, as Vedanta Deshika is talking about the sandals and the feet in a feminine way. So again, this is to me, this is another aspect of Dwaya mantra where we can see Mahalakshmi in Dwaya mantra in the word Charanal. Just my feeling. Is it okay? Okay, good.
I remember your request, therefore, because it is Mahalaya Paksha. The priest is very busy.
Yes.
The Purohita is very busy.
With many Shravas.
After the new moon day, I'll have to approach him.
Yes, because it will be Adhik Mas. I have one question about that. Do Shri Vaishnavas see Adhik Mas, Purushottam Adhik Mas, as a very important time for doing devotional activities, or is that only in other sampradayas? Because Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, they take Adhik Maas as like one of the holiest months, even more holy than Kartik Maas. And I'm seeing that even the Hindus in Trinidad now, they are propagating that Adhik Maas is considered to be very holy, whereas before we'd always call it Mala Maas, you know.
Malama.
What is your opinion?
When there is an extra day of a month, like 32, we have 32 days, more than the 31 in English. So we have 32, and it's called Malamasa, and only when two Amavasyas, I think if I'm right, 2 new moon days occur in a single month. That also may be called a taboo. And but the word Malamasa has no bad connotation. Though Malamasa, look at the translation, literal translation, dirty month. In fact, there are some advantages. If an eclipse occurs, generally, for our information, in a year, if there are too many eclipses, or 1 or 2 or 2 or 3, or there is a year there no eclipse occurs. So there are two types of, so a year with more eclipses, a year with no eclipses, and a year with less number of eclipses. Now, these eclipses brood a bad future for some people, only some people. Politicians, rulers, national leaders, not as a whole nation. In the same way, Malamasam is not malefic in nature. By eclipses, we have advantages of doing japa on the particular time, eclipse time, which is the most auspicious. So at the same time, when the eclipse occurs, they say that there are some wrong indications. I mean, rather indications of some wrong things happen. But there is no hard and fast rule about this Malamasa or the year with the eclipse. Happy, rather Sri Jayanti, we say. Jayanti,
Happy Sri
Ashtami
Jayanti.
and Rohini combination is called Jayanti.
So,
Meaning
so
time.
So for the September 9th for the Muni Traya Sampradaya and September 10th for the Pancharatrans.
Plus Vaikhanasa.
The Vaikhanasans.
Yeah.
What about the Pancharatrans?
The Pancharatram on 10th.
Vaikhanasans?
Also on 10th.
So but sometimes there's a difference between Vaikhanasans and Pancharatrans?
Generally,
they're together. All the temple archakas.
Yeah. Koil Sri Jayanti, Koil Sri Ramanavami, there's also a little difference. We used to say, you take snacks in my house on one day and in your house on another.
I see. So tomorrow we'll have Muni Traya Sri Jayanti, and the next day we'll have Koil Sri Jayanti.
Okay. And again, most important is only to encourage, as you said, inducement. Throughout the day you fast, and it's called equivalent to 21 Ekadashi Vratam.
If you
Why
fast throughout the day.
Yeah. Why 21?
But there's so many days. Which day to fast?
Yeah.
I think
But
it.
here,
I think it's not an inducement for Sri Vaishnavas. It's not an inducement for fasting. It's an inducement for cooking more, and eating more.
yeah.
Seems to be.
And no rice to be taken in the evening. No whole rice.
More
That's
sweets
what
and
he's
snacks.
saying. The Vaishnavas are not fasting. But I would say it's not a question of fasting, but it's a question of repetition of the names of God.
Yes. Aradhanam.
Whether you take food or not, that doesn't matter.
Yes.
Remembering Lord Krishna throughout the day.
Yes.
That's
nice.
Thank you.
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।